slide some of your cartridge paper underneath her. I'm going to make her blonde, so I'm going to use some of my Deco Yellow and my goldenrod. I've got all my markers in my paper tray, so I'm going to know where they are. And I plan to leave a little bit of light in here, because the light would be hitting there, not here, but there. So I'm going to work up from the bottom and down from the top so that it's a little bit lighter in the center. And when I do my darker color, I'll get a feel for that. Now it's lighter over there because the light's coming from behind, so, or the side there. And then this, and this is partial rendering. I'm not rendering the whole thing, just a part of it. Okay, and those two colors go really well together, so I don't have to worry. It's not like our two blues where there's such a big gap in the values. For her skin tone, I'm going to use brick beige and light tan. So again, I'm going to leave a light line over here. So I'm going to start like this. Remember, when you want to fill in solidly, you keep your hand moving. You don't take it off the page. And I'm going to put a little shadow underneath her hair, like that. Might as well do all my flesh tones at the same time. So this is turning down, and then the knuckles will, so I can put a little bit of dark there, and that'll help to turn the hand a little bit. And here, so you're doing a combination of leaving things white and coloring things in. And the dark doesn't go against the white of the paper, it's always inside where the color's already there. Now for her legs, keep checking to make sure you're using the right marker. That's seems like an obvious thing, but oh boy, once you're in doing this, you just keep going. You want to just keep going and you forget to look. So there, and while that's wet, if you put the shadow for her skirt and the shadow of this leg on that leg, that'll help. I'm going to give her brown boots and a brown belt and a brown purse. So I've got the sienna brown and the light tan. Be careful when you're taking these off. They have to be really tight like this, otherwise your markers will go dry. But at the same time, it does make it difficult for you to get this off. So here now, I'm going to start with my lighter color, as I have been doing, and I'm going to leave a little bit of light where the plane changes from front to underside, and put a little shadow under her hand, a little shadow there, a little bit there, there, there. So if you leave a little bit of white, I meant that to be a whole line, but I got a little problem there. But it'll just give it some dimension. The boots, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to leave a little bit white. So I get a little bit of light on that. And you put some shadow on this side. So just leaving a little bit of white down the center. And the funny thing is, it should be consistent, but even if it isn't, it somehow just helps to give it some dimension. Now for her belt, I'm going to do that as well. So I'll go from this side over and this side, and just put a little bit in here, and that'll help. I want to give her a purple dress, but I don't have a dark purple, so what I might do is try putting my gray underneath first. Now, it's good to have another scrap piece of marker paper nearby. Also, we have our chart, so you know what's going to happen when you put a particular gray under a color. So you can also look at that. But that's a better color. I don't want her to be so bright. I might have to use a pencil crayon if I want a darker purple. I can put this, try to put this over top and see, but you can't even see purple. That makes a purple. Then now I've got a bit of purple. It also gives it a texture. That might be nice. It might be a knit. So you could put a knit pattern in here. Remember when you use your grays that it's best to put them down first. I want to put this gray over the whole thing because the color of the purple is just too bright. So I have to figure now, where am I going to put the purple? I have to think about where I want to put that. And I'll put this color right over top. And then the dark accents, I'll feed those in with the darker purple. This color now is 40% cool gray. See, it's good to, so you're doing both. You're using directional lines. I'm doing directional lines down the, and I'm also doing that fill it in by squiggling. So you do both. Now I'm going to use my darker gray, the 70 I believe, yep, 70, and then use that too. Now you use whatever colors you like. I always dress in black, so I don't have much of an imagination for color, as you know, so you do what you like. There. Okay, now I'll go in and use my purple. I could even try filling more in. That's way you get to see more where the purple is over the white. I kind of like that. Over the white of the paper. That kind of gives a third value. There's that. And we'll put a little bit of this in here because that's an underside. We'll use our purple pencil crayon to put some texture in. And then I want to put some pattern as if it's a knit. Kind of makes it different from her hair as well, and the adding texture always adds texture and pattern. You could make a pattern dress, that would be nice, or if you want to put her in jeans or whatever you think your target audience would wear. It's always good to finish off with a little bit of color in the back. Always to have practice at laying down a wash. And you get everything out of your way so you can lay down a wash. And you turn your pencil on the side and you just and if something escaped, you just color over that with your pencil, and it won't look like a mistake anymore. It will look like it will give your color harmony. And I just go, and I'll make her blonde hair look more blonde, which she would like, I'm sure. And then it gives you practice too for when we use the markers and you want to just taper off. You don't want to fill everything in. We should put a little shadow for her since she's standing there. But we've used now pencil crayon, so we can't use marker down there. So we'll use maybe a black pencil crayon. And put a little more of that blue over top. You can put a little blue inside everything. Doesn't hurt because it's the background, so you tie it in.